Have you ever wondered, what would happen if tomorrow you woke up in a completely different place? No more car horns, no more piles of bills, only the sound of waves, sea breeze, and a hot cup of coffee in your hand. There, life is no longer a race, but an enjoyment. The world is opening its doors to those who dare to dream of a new chapter. From the white Mediterranean seaside villages to the cloud forests of Central America, there are countries where $1,500 per month is enough for you to live comfortably, safely, and be truly welcomed. Today, let's explore the 5 best countries to retire in 2025. Places with easy visas, world-class healthcare, low taxes, and one thing that money can't buy: true peace of mind. And who knows, by the end of this video, you may find your own second home. Dream it. Pack it. Go. 5. Portugal. The Muse by the Atlantic. That day, on a June morning, an American couple, John and Martha, decided to sell their small house in Arizona, pack up the years of exhaustion after the pandemic, and fly to Lisbon just to try living for a month. But they never went back. 10 years later, they still sit together on a wooden bench facing the Algarve Sea every morning, where the sunlight shines across the sparkling water, and John says, "We came here to retire, but we found a new life." Their story is not rare, because Portugal is exactly where many people have rediscovered their lost youth, in a world that moves slowly and kindly. In this Atlantic muse, everything feels gentle. The weather is warm all year round. The sea stretches endlessly blue, and locals smile at you as if they've known you from a past life. But what makes this place truly appealing for retirees isn't just the beauty. It's how well you can live on only $218 a month. An apartment overlooking the Tagus River in Lisbon costs about $800. A lunch with freshly grilled fish and a glass of wine is less than $10, and utilities, electricity, water, internet, rarely exceed $100. According to Numbeo 2025, the cost of living here is more than 50% lower than in the US, yet the quality of life is far higher. You don't have to cut spending to survive, but instead, enjoy every single day as a gift. When it comes to residency, Portugal is more open than any other European country with its D7 visa, also known as the passive income visa. You only need to prove a stable income from retirement, property rental, or investments, at least $870 month, $940 for individuals, or $1,305 month, $400 for couples. No need to buy property, no large investment required. Just financial independence. After 5 years, you can apply for permanent residency or citizenship, gaining visa-free access to over 190 countries. A simple, humane policy, just like the people who live here. The public healthcare system, SNS, Serviço Nacional de Saúde, is the pride of the nation, ranking among the world's top 15 according to the WHO. With a residence card, you can access public healthcare services for a symbolic fee, just a few euros per visit. Those who prefer extra comfort can choose private insurance from Médis, Allianz, or Fidelidade, costing only $40 per month, which provides access to modern medical facilities with English-speaking doctors. From dental care to surgery, costs are just 1/5 of US prices, yet the quality remains fully European. Safety is another thing that sets Portugal apart. In the Global Peace Index 2024, the country ranks 6th in the world, a position many nations can only dream of. In Lisbon, you can stroll at midnight without worry. In Porto, locals will help you carry your bags uphill even if they've never met you before. Stable politics, a peaceful society, polite and approachable people, you'll feel you belong here after only a few days. Even more valuable is the warmth of the expat community. In Lisbon or Algarve, you'll easily find morning retirees meetups, free Portuguese classes, or American expat groups sharing long-term living tips. Everyone helps one another integrate. No one is treated as an outsider. A smile, a friendly hola, that's all it takes to make a new friend. As for taxes, Portugal was once famous for its NHR, non-habitual resident program, which exempted foreign income from taxation for 10 years. Although that program ended in late 2023, the government still maintains a friendly tax policy. Retirees receiving pensions from abroad are taxed at only about 10–15%, and many countries, like the US, UK, and Canada, have double taxation treaties. That means most of your income stays in your pocket, to spend on what truly matters. A glass of Douro wine, a fado concert in a narrow Alfama alley, or a misty picnic in Sintra. Portugal is more than a country. It's a feeling. A place where retirement isn't a quiet ending, but a melodic song of freedom. A place where people don't chase luxury, but rediscover peace, kindness, and simple joy. When the sun sets over the golden Atlantic, you'll understand why they call Portugal the Muse by the ocean. Because here, it doesn't just nurture your old age, it awakens the dreams you thought you had left behind. 4. Panama. The tropical paradise of second dreams. In 1998, Mr. Robert, a retired engineer from Texas, first came to Panama just to supervise a bridge project over the canal. He planned to stay for 3 months, but then everything changed. One morning, as he stood on the balcony of his small house overlooking the Pacific Ocean, he saw the sun rise behind the palm trees and felt a gentle warmth spread through his body. He wrote in his journal, "I spent my whole life building bridges, but it turns out the greatest bridge I ever crossed was the one that connected me to a new life in Panama." And indeed, tens of thousands of Americans have found the same happiness in this small Central American country, a place that's not only affordable, but truly knows how to welcome you. Panama is a rare gem on the world map where retirees can live well, stay healthy, and feel respected. With its tropical climate, year-round warmth, turquoise waters, and living costs 50–60% lower than in the US, it's a top choice among retirement havens. A couple can live comfortably on $200–800 per month, including rent, food, utilities, and entertainment. In smaller cities like David or Santiago, a beautiful one-bedroom apartment costs only $500–600 per month. In the mountain town of Boquete, the paradise for retirees, you can rent a spacious garden home for $700–800 and wake up each morning to clouds drifting below your feet. A local lunch costs only $5. World-famous Panamanian coffee just $1 a cup. And even a movie ticket in a shopping mall is only $3–4. What makes Panama truly special is the Pensionado Visa program, one of the most generous and accessible retirement programs in the world. The government only requires you to prove a minimum pension income of $1,000 per month and an additional $250 for each dependent. There is no age limit, no requirement to buy property, and no need to invest. As long as you have a stable source of income, you will be granted long-term residency, allowed to enter and exit freely, and more importantly, be respected as a true citizen. In particular, this visa also offers a wide range of benefits: 25% off domestic airfares, 30–50% off hotel bills, 15% off healthcare and medicine, and even 50% off movie, museum, and concert tickets. Many people call it the Golden Retirement Card, because these benefits alone can save thousands of dollars each year. Healthcare in Panama is another great source of pride. Panama City has one of the most modern hospital systems in the region. Many facilities meet Johns Hopkins international standards, with doctors trained in the United States and Europe. Healthcare costs are only one-fifth of those in the U.S. A general checkup costs $30–40 USD. Heart or joint surgery costs only 20–25% compared to the U.S. And prescription drugs are up to 60% cheaper. Many Americans even fly to Panama for medical treatment and then decide to stay because of the unmatched quality and cost. In addition, pharmacies are easily accessible, and most basic medicines can be purchased without a prescription. Panama is also known as a safe oasis in the often turbulent Latin American region. According to the Global Peace Index, the country ranks first in Central America for political stability and personal security. The police are friendly, the laws are strict, and locals have great respect for foreigners. In Boquete or Coronado, you can leave your door open all afternoon, and your neighbors might drop by with a basket of ripe mangoes instead of suspicion. This sense of peace is what has earned Panama the nickname Switzerland of the tropics. Beyond safety, Panama also has a strong and welcoming expat community. Tens of thousands of Americans, Canadians, and Europeans have built friendly retirement towns, with golf clubs, morning yoga groups, free Spanish classes, and even a Friday gringo night for socializing. The local people are friendly, hospitable, and always willing to help. Many foreigners say what makes them love Panama is not just the low cost of living, but the feeling of being welcomed home. In terms of taxes, Panama follows a territorial tax system, meaning you are only taxed on income earned within the country, while pensions, dividends, or foreign investments are completely tax-free. There is no personal property tax, no inheritance tax, and no high VAT. This is why many Americans choose Panama to receive their Social Security. Their retirement income is deposited directly into Panamanian banks, and they can withdraw and spend it without losing a cent to the government. And if you buy a home here, the annual property tax is only $100 to $200, a nearly symbolic amount. Panama is more than just a place to retire. It's a place to start anew. Here, every morning feels like a new greeting, and every sunset is a gentle song along the Pacific coast. You'll feel young again walking through colorful local markets, listening to the rhythm of salsa drums, or sitting under palm trees watching the sun go down without worrying about money. Perhaps that's why those who've been here often say, Panama doesn't just extend your life, it extends your happiness. If you too dream of a peaceful, warm, and free life like this, hit like. Leave a comment about the country you'd like to explore next, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the journey to discover retirement paradises around the world. 3. Malaysia, the gentle heart of Southeast Asia. If there is a place in the world where you can have Hainanese chicken rice for breakfast, Indian noodles for lunch, and Hong Kong dim sum for dinner, and all of that costs less than $10, then that place is Malaysia. Here, the flavors of the world blend in one bowl, and life is as easy as an afternoon sitting and drinking teh tarik milk tea by the cafe porch. Not as noisy as Bangkok, not as expensive as Singapore, Malaysia is where you can live like a frugal king, while enjoying modern infrastructure, top healthcare, and an expat community as widespread as Manchester United fans. Imagine this. You rent a modern apartment with a swimming pool, gym, and 24/7 security right in the center of Kuala Lumpur, all for only about $600 to $800 USD per month. If you prefer a cooler climate, just a few hours' drive will take you to the Cameron Highlands, where the mist drifts lazily and housing costs only $400 to $500 USD per month. A delicious meal at a local restaurant costs around 3 to 5 USD. Malaysia's signature iced milk coffee costs less than 1 USD, and a city train ticket costs just a few cents. The total cost of living for a single person is usually only 1,200 to 1,500 USD per month, while a couple can live quite comfortably with 1,800 to 2,000 USD and still have money left to travel around the region. But what truly makes Malaysia different is its generous residency policy, the Malaysia My Second Home, or MM2H program. This is not just a visa, but a VIP ticket that allows you to live from 5 to 15 years, depending on whether it's silver, gold, or platinum level. You only need to prove you have stable finances, tens of thousands of USD in savings and reasonable passive income, and the door almost immediately opens. No need to work, no need for citizenship, and you can buy a house, import a car, and even hire domestic help legally. Especially with the platinum level, you also have the chance to get permanent residency, something that used to be a luxury dream in many Asian countries. Malaysia is not only cheap, but also very safe. On the Global Peace Index, the country ranks above many Western nations and has infrastructure, transportation, and utility systems so stable that you will hardly ever see power outages or flooding in the center. The people here are friendly, speak good English, as it was once a British colony, so you will rarely find yourself out of place. And perhaps what foreigners love most is how Malaysia makes all religions, cultures, and skin colors live harmoniously like longtime neighbors. Islam, Buddhism, Christianity, Hinduism all coexist naturally. Malaysia's healthcare system is another highlight. Modern hospitals, doctors trained in the UK, Australia, and the US, and costs so low that you will think you read the price list wrong. A private doctor consultation costs only 40 to 50 USD, while knee replacement surgery, something that many Americans fear, here costs only 3,000 to 7,000 USD, while in the US it is 30,000. Many Americans and Australians even fly to Kuala Lumpur just to get dental work or cosmetic surgery and vacation at the same time. Comprehensive private health insurance for foreigners costs only about 60 to 100 USD per month, cheaper than Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime combined. However, no paradise is perfect. Malaysia can be a bit hot and humid, especially during the rainy season when the sky suddenly pours down, like 5 minutes ago blazing sun, 5 minutes later as if in the movie Titanic. Some big cities also face air pollution problems, mainly due to forest fires in neighboring Indonesia. And if you love alcohol, then sorry, the tax on alcoholic drinks is very high, making a glass of beer cost as much as a meal. Still, expats find a cute way to handle it. They gather at rooftop bars, drink beer while watching the sunset, and tell each other, when you pay $8 for a beer but get a view like a painting, it's actually still a bargain. In terms of taxes, Malaysia has a system that is very friendly to foreigners. It only taxes income generated within the country, while pensions, dividends, or investments from abroad are completely tax-free. No inheritance tax, no property tax, no tax on retirement income. The government understands that retirees do not come here to be drained, but to live their most peaceful years. Malaysia, in the eyes of many, is not only a place to live, but a place to be reborn. From the colorful streets of Penang, the afternoons walking around lake gardens in Kuala Lumpur, to the peaceful beaches of Langkawi where the sunset burns red, you will realize that life here does not need to be luxurious to be happy. Just a cup of milk coffee, a few friends, and the gentle smile of a vendor are enough to make you feel that you belong here. If you are looking for a resting place between modernity and tradition, between comfort and tranquility, then Malaysia may be exactly where your heart is heading. Hit like, leave a comment about the country you want to explore next. Tupung, Greece, the place where light never fades. If there is anywhere that leaves you speechless because the sunset is too beautiful, it is Greece. In Santorini, when the sun slowly sinks into the Aegean Sea, the whole sky turns the color of wine, and the crowd stands still, not out of fear, but out of peace. People say, those who have never watched a sunset in Greece have never truly known what it means to live slowly. And indeed, Greece is a paradise for those who want to retire while feeling like they are on vacation. In Crete or Thessaloniki, you can rent a seaside apartment for only 600 to 900 USD per month, while a two-bedroom home in Athens costs around 1,000 to 1,200 USD. Food is surprisingly cheap. Lunch costs only 8 to 10 USD, coffee 2 USD, and transportation 1 to 2 USD. The total cost for two people is only about 1,800 to 2,200 USD per month, including insurance, utilities, and a few relaxing glasses of ouzo. Greeks live by the philosophy of siga siga, which means slowly. They eat slowly, love slowly, laugh a lot, and perhaps because of that, they live long. On the island of Icaria, people almost do not know illness. They only know how to sing and dance every night. If you want to stay long-term, you have two options. The Golden Visa, which requires a real estate investment of about 270,000 to 540,000 USD for 5-year residency and free travel across Europe. Or the Retirement Residence Permit, which only requires proof of income of 2,200 USD per month. No need to buy property, no requirement for citizenship. In terms of healthcare, Greece has an EU standard system, ranked 41st in the world. A private doctor visit costs only 40 to 60 USD, and comprehensive insurance costs about 90 to 120 USD per month. Hospitals in Athens and Thessaloniki are modern, while on the islands, doctors can even come to your home, friendly in the true seaside village style. Security is also a big plus. Crime is rare, people are hospitable, and they truly appreciate American visitors, as long as you are willing to say "Efkaristo," thank you, with a smile. Taxes for retirees are extremely favorable. Only 7% on foreign pension income for 10 years, and no global property tax. The foreign community here is small but close-knit. In Rhodes or Nafplio, retirees abroad groups often organize weekend BBQs, Greek language classes, or simply watch the sunset together with a glass of wine. Many say, I came here to retire, but this place made me live again. Greece is not perfect. The bureaucracy is slow, the traffic is noisy, and the food is too delicious for dieting. But it is exactly that slowness that makes people feel peaceful. If you also want to wake up one morning by the sea waves, with hot coffee and the salty wind, hit like, comment on where you want to live when you retire, and subscribe to the channel to explore the lands where old age becomes a new adventure. 1. Spain, the land of sunshine and golden siestas. If you have ever heard the sound of a guitar echoing through a small street in Seville, you surely understand why people call Spain the country of emotions. Here, people talk loudly, laugh a lot, eat late, and treat the siesta as a sacred rite. Life is not rushed. It melts like golden sunlight in a glass of sangria. Spain is not only charming, but also a practical retirement paradise for Americans. With 2,000 to 2,500 USD per month, you can live comfortably in coastal areas like Alicante, Valencia, or Granada. where the sea is blue, the sky is clear, and the expat community is already well settled. Here, rent is only 700 to 1,000 USD per month. A tapas meal with red wine costs just 10 to 12 USD, morning coffee 2 USD, and public transportation is modern, easy to use, and costs less than 2 USD per ride. But what makes Spain special is the feeling of living in life instead of outside of life. You can wander through historic Madrid, sit in a bar watching locals talk about football as if it were national affairs, or simply take an afternoon walk with neighbors while no one looks at the clock. In terms of visas, the non-lucrative visa program is the most popular option for retirees. You only need to prove an income of about 2,600 USD per month, with no investment required, no age restriction, and the possibility to apply for permanent residency after 5 years. If you have greater financial means, the Golden Visa allows 5-year residency with a minimum real estate investment of 540,000 USD, along with the right to travel freely across Europe. Spain's healthcare system is ranked in the top 10 in the world, with extremely affordable costs. A doctor visit costs only 40 to 50 USD, and comprehensive private insurance is around 100 to 120 USD per month. Many hospitals have English-speaking doctors, and elderly care services are rated among the best in Europe. Regarding taxes, if you only receive a pension from abroad and do not work in Spain, you may be exempt or significantly reduced from income tax, depending on the agreement between the two countries. The American and British communities in Spain are extremely vibrant, especially in Costa del Sol and Alicante. They organize festivals, clubs, and even seaside book reading groups. Here, retirement does not mean waiting for time to pass, but enjoying every minute like a fine glass of wine, slowly and passionately. When the sun sets behind the red-tiled roofs and the sound of guitars fills a small bar, you will understand. Spain does not teach you how to live longer. It teaches you how to live more in each day. The world is vast, and somewhere out there, a place is waiting for you. It could be the sunny beaches of Spain, the endless green forests of Costa Rica, or the white village on the Mediterranean shore of Greece. There, time moves slower, smiles feel more genuine, and every morning you wake up not for work, but for peace. Retirement is not an ending. It is a new chapter where you live the way you want, with enough money, good health, and a heart full of joy. If you are also looking for a place to start again, hit like, share the country you choose, and subscribe to the channel, so that every video will be one step closer to the life you deserve. Because true happiness does not lie in age, but in the place where you find yourself.